What's going on, everybody, man? Today we're having a music broadcast, and it's going to be me sharing my story with you guys with my music, the projects that I've done, talking about certain ones, and showing you guys just how many stuff that I have done. And I will be going into music, going on my 7th year, coming up in August when I first started to take it seriously. I began out in the middle of 2010 with the music during that time, but didn't start taking it seriously until 2011. So before I begin, I just want to update everybody about my new project, about a Dangerous mixtape album. I'll let you guys see that right there. It's my first pop project that I done, and I will be holding off on that probably till Saturday the 1st or Monday the 3rd. I know over at my homeboy Shop High Fashion, he's been closed for a while. I think going on a full month, maybe a couple of weeks, because I know the person that he did have there working got foot surgery and they're going to be out for a while with that because a bone had to be cut. And E, he can't be at 2 places at once, so he's going to be on the road for a while doing truck. He should be in Saturday. So if I don't drop it Saturday, I'm going to hopefully assume that be back open on Monday the 3rd. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you, but I'll probably release them on Saturday, get that out the way, so you guys can get that. And if they are open on the 3rd, I'll check back in. I know I updated that on my social media sites, so you guys can follow me on Snapchat at let you guys look at that. That's Cheddar Terry 91. And anybody that follows me knows I spell my name different. CHEDDERTARY 91. And you guys can follow me on my Instagram page. Let me go ahead and do this really quick. Where is it? Okay, at official Cheddar Terry 931. You guys look at that. So you guys can go ahead and follow me on there. Okay, let's see any views. 6. Okay, 4. Okay, so yeah, you guys can follow me up on those and whatever. So now we're gonna be getting into the beginning. So how I was brought into music was not through recording or through singing. Actually, I was actually a background dancer in a little group, and I did my thing from there. When I left, I felt like I had a cocky moment to where I felt like oh man, I'm better than everybody else, so I'm gonna leave, blah blah blah. And I still feel that way, but not with dancing anymore. I feel that way now in music as a lyricist now, but back then, I don't do the choreography thing no more, man. Really, that just after being in the streets for 15 years after that, because I'm 26 and I'm about and I got several more years till I'm 30, so I'm 26 years old. And 15 years time, 15 years street shit. So that covers that. I say the first thing that I did for fun, not taking it seriously, we did something that was on cassette. Yeah, we cassette back then, 98, during that time and that year. And me and a couple of friends during that time. And for those that don't know, how do you record on a cassette? You know, this is also going to be education for you guys as well. So what I grabbed here, these are one of my cassette players. I got a dual copy cassette, a dual deck copy cassette right here next to the laptop, and I got a stereo I got yesterday or so from a Goodwill that still works. It's I think a 94, 95 model with a CD player on top as well, and it has a dual cassette in the front. But I grabbed this right here. This is a tape recorder as well. And back then you would have to have a connect to where if somebody could put beats on a cassette, and let's say this is a dual cassette. So on this side right here would be your regular play slide that you would put the cassette with the beats on, and on this side would be the recorder side that you would put in a blank, and you would put in a headphones microphone, and you would press record and play on the other at the same time. You would go and do your thing, right? And if you had like the big ones, like this dual cassette copier, you would press dub button on there, and it would dub it, for you as you're doing your thing or whatever it is that you're doing. And from there, like if you took it professionally during that time, then you would okay, like, why is only one side showing? I don't know. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Before I go any further, I hope you guys can hear me pretty good on your left and right hand side. Just left hand side is only showing. Sounds like they're both coming in good anyway, so I don't know what's up with that. But if you were taking it seriously then, even in the early 2000s, then you would make sure you would get it down a couple of takes, or even one take at that time, and make copies and do your thing. And and I still do cassettes till this day. Straight out of Columbia, C-Town Ski for 7. Sorry you guys can't see that well, man. It's a lot of glare. And Stand By Me as well. And how do I do my cassettes now? Well, whatever project I did, I make sure I got it on CD first, and I don't do every one of them on cassette, no. So I got a CD player here. So what I do, I put the CD in, I take an Onyx cord, little Onyx jack, whatever, put it in the headphone slot, and I actually use this one right here when it comes to transferring the music from the CD to the cassette, and I put the other end of the Onyx cable into the microphone jack on the cassette player. You make sure always make sure the volume's down on the cassette player and the volume's up on the CD player to 25%, which is 25 volume. And I press record. As soon as the black tape gets to the first get into the rotation, I press play with the CD player. I let it do its thing for a while till it gets to track 10. I stop it, rewind it, do track B. Then I take that in particular cassette with the music on it now. Then I run it through my dual cassette copier, and I let it do its thing there as I got this one going as well. But now with the third one in, I could probably get it done within a night's time, because it would take me 2 nights to do it, right? So, there's that. So how I was actually brought into recording music, didn't know shit. Not a damn thing. I didn't know anything. Now, almost 7 years, I got a whole lot of knowledge and a whole lot of shit. So mid of 2010, oh boy, I even have a ghetto plaque that I made with my funky ass freestyles I did. And I say that now because the quality is bad on them. Back then, it was good for its time. So I had $120 on me. I went to buy a keyboard, and then the next other little payday I got from whatever allowance at that time, I went to go buy a $15 microphone. I had a big ass Dell computer, and you guys know where I'm going with this. Oh man. So I didn't know anything, and I didn't know that you could download beats off YouTube at this time. So I played so I had the keyboard going, channeling that, had the beat going, playing through the speakers from YouTube, used the record button on the computer, plugged in the microphone, did my thing that way. And I would burn little copies and pass them out to my friends in my circle. And some of it got out to their friends in their circle. And from there, I tried to take music seriously as a DJ because I really wanted to be a DJ at that time. And the first thing I did as a DJ, I put out something called The Jazz. And my editing work then was shit. This was my first cover. Yeah, I know. We all gotta begin somewhere, right? Then my next thing as a DJ, because I had around this time people hit me up, hey man, can you help me try to get some songs out? You know, I really want this song out, and they had a hard time, and I didn't know how to download the songs through anything, so a lot of the songs were recorded from my microphone to the speaker, and all these that were released for C-Town's Keeper 1, and DJ name was DJ Jazzy. A lot of this was hand drawn. I didn't have a copier, didn't have a printer, I didn't know how to edit properly, so that's how that began out with that. I would say from there, my first thing as an actual artist, I tried to take, like I said, I've been trying to take this seriously. And the first thing I put out that I felt was serious, even though it was, not that good of quality, but people did hear it, which was C-Town's Keeper 2. And that's when I went by Cheddar, and I burnt 100 copies, I believe, or 200, right? I still got some copies left. And all these are still hand drawn. So that's how I began out with that one. And I went back to the DJ thing, right? So after so now this is my professional cover, and I found out that Office Max did them. So I did C-Town's Keeper 3, right? DJ as well. That did okay. From there, I tried going back as singing again, rapping, and tried doing the Victory promo with that one. So, not that much good quality, man. But you know what? I never gave up. I never gave up. I just did not give up. And I just did the music, and I just did the music. And that's what brings me on to these ones right here. Like, the ones I showed you got me, was getting me not heard, but recognized, if you will. So, let me open up this case right here. Put that right there, whatever. Now these ones, yet again, man, I was just, God, I want to record. And I bought a program, but I wasn't using a proper computer with good sound quality. I didn't have equipment. It was just straight microphone recording through a beat. And I went back doing a DJ again, and I did Ghetto Diamond. So there was that. From there, I decided to go back as an artist again, and just burned some songs that I did freestyling for my friends, and put them on a CD called The Cheddar at that time. And from there, I wanted to try to do an actual project again, try to get the quality as much as I could. And I was trying to find myself in music, like what can I do? Where am I going with this? Do I want to be an artist? Do I want to do projects? Do I want to be in the singles market? And I guess you can say I'm not in the singles market because I don't believe in doing singles, because there's nothing in the singles market. Don't let it confuse you. There really is no such thing as money in music. There really isn't. And I was raised on listening to projects, seeing people just do the music, and me now going on 7 years, I know who I am as an artist, man. I am a freedom artist. I love the music I do. I was brought up with different cultures of music, man. Like, seriously, those that watch my music videos, my music videos, my music collections, the stuff that I listen to from my cassettes, vinyls, and CDs, then you guys know the era genre of music that I love. And the thing that I tried to do was something called Hereditary at that time. And just exploring it, man. Just exploring sound and just doing the music. And it felt really great. From there came Immortal as well. I really felt like it was just, during those two, just wow, like where can I go? What can I do with this? How do I want it to sound? And when people choose a title for their project and the songs don't match with the title, that bugs me. And I always try to make my songs match with the title, with what I'm doing. And Immortal was trying to be more like, what is immortal to you? And it could be anything. To me, it was street at that time. Like, it was having a balance with God and street. That's what immortal was to me. From there, I released CK, which is Street King, but spelled with a C. And just trying to flood the streets with music, running the streets. That's why I named it like that. And I had to do a second disc because there was more songs. And I felt like, Street King, there's energy in it. I feel like I'm the Street King. Around this time, I was still going by C-Town's Keeper. Right? Just really trying to do it, man. Just trying to do it. And I know I even released something called King of MCs that had the picture disc on it and everything as well. Because even during the music, I really, I still feel that way till this day. And this is why anybody that's seen my little Instagram video, why I claim myself the best in Colombia, this video will help why for that statement. Is because I consider myself an artist and as an MC, because MCs, we don't make our words rhyme. We tell stories, and I want to tell my story, and I've been telling my story, man. I really have. And for a while, it was really SoundCloud for a while too, uploading these. Kiss from a Hero. Kiss from a Hero is dedicated to a friend that was trying to take care of me, took me in at the time, and I fell for her in a different way, but I haven't seen her for almost 2 years, maybe 3 at that. And that's the story behind that. Kiss from a Hero. I felt like she saved me in a way, even though it's not the way that I wanted to be saved. I wanted something more, but sometimes you don't always get that. You don't always get to always have your cake in life, and sometimes happiness for relationship ain't about being in a relationship for happiness. Sometimes you can have a female friend with a female friend relationship, if that made any sense, without being anything but benefits, So there was that. Next one I released was called Michonne, and I recorded this during the season 3 of The Walking Dead because Michonne influenced me. The actress is really great, gorgeous. Her name's Nye Guerrera. The character she plays, just love her and to death. And a lot of my influence, and this brings up a great topic. A lot of my influence and music, right, and sound brings up what influenced me. It's not other music, it's not other musicians. Believe it or not, I don't hear music, I see it, and I hear it through my eyes. I know that don't make sense, but guys have to hear me out. If I'm watching a movie, I get influenced by a movie for music. Not the music in the movie, but the movie itself. Or a video game that I'm playing. Now that's how I get that's what drives me. Like I see it, but I hear it with my eyes. I see it with my eyes, I hear it with my eyes. I don't see it with these. I don't hear it with these. I just don't. So from there, I tried doing the actual Victory Project, which was okay, And even at this time, I was still doing a lot of these songs on SoundCloud, on my old SoundCloud page. I have another, like, the guy, anybody that listens to me now, my other one, it took me almost this long just to get sponsored and promoted by SoundCloud and paid by them. The pay, it's okay, but it's not the best. But I'm not going to get too much into that, man. But I'm still independent because it's not really considered a label. Review Nation, I refuse to put my music back on there. Review Nation, I'm going to put it this way. They owe a lot of artists money who get to a good rank that been fighting for a long time to get paid by them. And they ain't paid anybody. And I don't hear nobody talking about Review Nation. So fuck Review Nation. People now are switching to SoundCloud. Yeah, Review Nation owes. It takes you don't get paid right away. You have to work towards that. You have to build up enough traffic, enough plays, shares, and it's like YouTubers, man. It runs just like YouTube. It can take you however long for you to get recognized, noticed, and paid. Because you have to have a certain amount of followers and just all that stuff. Same thing with SoundCloud. The next one is Eclipsed, actually. And Eclipsed is very underestimated. I had to release it twice. Second time it did great. Eclipsed was based off a play called Eclipse, written by Nakarira, about women in Nigeria who are fighting a war that you didn't hear about. And some of the lines that they said, and certain things that also connect here in the U.S., what we also go through, but actually makes, some stuff makes the news, some of it doesn't. And it's really more about hurt and pain and a war that you're fighting that you may not win. And and how far are you willing to go? From there, I wanted to make a party type of project called Swaggo Right. She's just really like boppy type of music, bouncy music, I guess. From there, C-Town's Keeper 4, jazzy hits, and I guess you can say it's almost a 3-disc set because it's other artists plus myself, and that's how it went with that one. Not too much to say with that, not too much at all. So around that time, I found Cheddar Terry, I guess, me, and how I looked at a lot of things at that time being. So from there, we had other projects that, I also did. Let's see, I gotta get stuck a little bit. So yeah, there's a lot here, guys, man. So I did a whole thing called Rage. Oh man, this is what got me really noticed on SoundCloud itself, was Rage. Excellent work. Even the quality at that time, beautiful. Rage. Even had a plaque made up for it right there. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plaques. Those that seen those plaques in my videos know what I'm talking about. I'm very proud of those too. Very proud. Next I did No Sleep, Tell Columbia. There is not a story behind that, but it was no sleep, and you need to tell Columbia. Okay, grinding out here, damn it. Next one is Reborn, and I don't even know where to start with Reborn. Wow. Where do I start with Reborn? Um, for one, it's spiritual essence. Okay. I knew around this time. I knew why things happened the way they did for me, but it was me searching answers, even though I knew why, and just exploring my cultures that I'm mixed with, and the music with that as well. And I just wanted something more spiritually oriented. I really wanted to explore that era. That for music. The sound is a mixture of Egyptian, reggae, and Native American. Those that don't know, I mix with Jamaican, South African, Cherokee, Eskimo, and Italian. Okay, so there's a lot of influence. So anybody that hears my music or knows that, or anybody, just in general, man, anybody that's been following me since day one, even now, with some of the projects that I will get to soon, which really blew me up more, which really got me heard, which we will get to, but we got to go through these right here. Reborn, really strong project, man, and I wouldn't mind going back and redoing it, since now there's better quality and that I know what I'm doing now. I don't mind doing that again. I had answers for things, but I just wanted to know why, for certain things that happened, and I wanted to explore them in a spiritual essence. The first song that I did and I was on a trip to Denver, Colorado, and I was in the airport, and there's a song on here called "Protect Us from Evil," and it's Jamaican. There's a song called "Protect Us from Evil," and this was the first song that I did when I got back from my trip, right? This is the story behind the song. It's nothing scary, anything like that. There was this girl in back of me, and you know how you can tell somebody's going through something, but they may not, like, you can just see it even though they're not showing it, or they don't say anything, or those people are running from something. Like, she was just her and her child. She had flip-flops on. She only had one bag and a carry-on purse, and that's it, and ticket money. Right? That's it. That's all she had. She didn't even have a phone on her. And I could tell she was running from something. And I think she was in a very bad relationship that she wanted to get out of. And I think her ticket was a one-way ticket. And you could just tell, like, she was looking over her shoulder every 5 minutes, and I was kind enough. I'm like, hey, do you want to go in front of me? You don't have much. You have a child. I let her cut in front of me. She said, thank you. And as soon as she got her, as soon as she went through the little scanner thing, got her stuff out the conveyor belt, we were both heading towards the same way, but she went a little bit farther, though. And I could just tell that she was happy to get that done with. And I could tell she was running from somebody, man. Like, you can tell she really wanted out of a bad relationship. And that's what influenced the song "Protect Us from Evil." I really like. It's a beautiful project. I will eventually one day go back and redo it. From there we got Gold. Not too much to say about Gold. Jazzy, yeah, 3-part project, man. It's just music, man. I'm like, just 3-part project for SoundCloud every week, and I just wanted to do the music, and that's what really got me into just doing the music, man. Was that in particular project? I think what I might do, probably, I don't know. Well, I know one thing I am doing. Around in August, is that the King of MCs will be released. And what I mean by re-released, like, I held off on the first one for like 2 years maybe 3. Passed them out at a bar. There's that. But there are 2 projects that I did that I recorded. They're like almost 2 years old, with quality that's okay. You know, where you could still hear it. It's not bad quality. It's okay quality for that time. You know, and you can still jam to it. It's good. You know what I'm saying? It's like 2005, 2004, 2000 no 2000 not 2005, 2006, 2015, 2016 quality during those timelines when I was recording for these projects that I did that were never released, that are on an old hard drive that I did get out. And the name of the project's called King of MCs. And you guys are going to love that project, man. I guarantee it. It's going to be a 2-disc set. You guys are going to love it. Or I could change the title to Jazzy and stick by the original cover, because it's a great cover I did. You know, very beautiful. You know, around this time I knew how to do editing work. So there's that. Next one I did was Seatown's Keeper 5. This is where we're getting into when I recorded off the laptop microphone. And I thought the quality was the shit. I loved it. But now I know better. From there, Romantic Kill. Oh, God. I don't know where I was going. I love the title, love the cover, but I wanted something that's killing you romantically in a street way with the music that was on there. SoundCloud, you know, I never got a chance to put out on an actual hard copy, but I made sure I had copies for myself with everything that I did. The next one was Kang. Kang was more of a gotta let them know, man, like, you're a shark, but you're in this small ass forest, and a lion in a small ass pond. Put me in the ocean, I'm ready for it, you know? Like, letting people like, I am the king. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? I got a voice. That's what it's stating. Like, I'm going to be king. It's just like with my new upcoming series soon. It's coming up pretty soon. It's called Underground Prince, or UGP. I feel like I'm the underground prince of music. And you guys are, with me opening up, you guys are seeing why I call myself the best in Colombia. Why I call myself the king of MCs. Why I call myself the underground prince of music. And we will get even to it more when I get, like I said, the ones I'm really about to show you, man, coming up soon. From there, we can skip this project, man. 90s. Oh, God, I love it. You know, I might actually put this out on actual hard copy. It did go on SoundCloud, but I want people to hear it on hard copy, man. It's a 2016 project that I did. I really want people to hear it, man. Like, I still go back and play. Like, you guys just don't know. Like, it's a really great project. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are gonna. I'm gonna release it, man. Like, I love the 90s. I was born late 80s, but really a 90s baby, man. Like I said, I'm 26 years old. I have more connection with the 90s music hip-hop era of my time, just like during the late 80s. That's why it's called the 90s. I love it. Love it. Love it. You feel what I'm saying? Look, man, I think I'm going to release some hard copy sometime later on this year for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoy it when I do. Just wanted to take it back to that sound of the 90s, man. Just, you know, like I said, I believe in real music, and I feel like I am real music. Not this bullshit you guys hear today. The next was the Jazz 2 by me, DJ Jazzy. This is an anniversary of the first one, but it's part 2. And SoundCloud release. Loved it, man. I hold my first DJ project to my heart, man. I really do. Next one I did was an EP, Can't Stop Me EP. Not too much to say with that. You know, not really too much at all. What's this? Okay, I like checking my media every now and then. Let's see what's going on Twitter. She's going on. My guy Tim. Let's see. Yo, I can't wait till it comes on tonight. Hey man, you guys go check out lifesci-fi.tv on YouTube, man. Support Tim, man. Next one I did was Stand By Me, and this was the original cut, and I never released it because I didn't like where it was going. Never dropped it. Just didn't do it. And I'm glad I went back and redid that project of this half year or so. I think it was like early this year or late last year. Those that went over the high fashion and got the Stand By Me project know what I'm talking about. And we will get to the actual redone part of that. Like I said, like this stack right here is what really felt like really put me on and got me heard now. And we will get to them. I'm going to skip that. That's just... Some of these are skippable. Oh, this is actually a great one. Born Gangster. The Born Gangster one I did went through 2 track listings and 2 titles. Actually, 3 track listings and 2 titles. I take that back. And the reason for that, it was supposed to be C-Town's Keeper 7. It was supposed to be C-Town's Keeper 7. No, 6. My bad. It's supposed to be C-Town's Keeper 6. And I did C-Town's Keeper 6 as an EP of summer of last year for SoundCloud. And Born Gangster was supposed to be a full part 6. And after I listened to, like, it was 20 tracks, I do believe, 20 or 19 tracks. And I'm sitting back, going through the replays, and I'm listening to it, as I'm replaying it forward and back to make sure, does it have any replay value? Because you want to make sure everything you drop has replay value, regardless. And I'm listening to it, I'm like, I was just really uncomfortable. I didn't like the songs. I felt like this wasn't it. And I scrapped them. And I didn't also feel like it was really time for a part 6 at all during that time. And this was like, I think in 2015, I do believe I did when I did this project of Born Gangster. So, what I did, I changed the title to Born Gangster. And Born Gangster had a whole nother track listing. And as I went back and see if it had any replay value, again, I still was uncomfortable with it. So I went back and did a whole more new track listings. And I was happy where it was. The sad thing is that I barely released it at all. And because of that, it's known as an unheard project. And it will be going on the King of MC's project as a 2-disc set. So, there's that one. Had another one on there as well that's supposed to be part of a project. I forgot what it was, actually. So, it's like I said, man, there was like 2 projects that were never fully even seeing the light of day during the recording of 2015 and 2016. For these projects. That's why I will be releasing them underneath the retitle of King of MC's 2-disc set. So you guys will finally get to hear some music that was unheard, that never seen the light of day again. Never got to see the light of day. I'm sorry, guys. Look, So next one I did was GTA 5 Colombia. When I did the cover for this, I did it as a clickbait. Because everybody loved GTA 5. Right? Right. And then I actually did some music for it. Put it out on SoundCloud. It did its thing. Will I ever do official hard copy of that? God no. Will I ever go back and redo it again? Nah. It is what it is for a time, and it did its thing. These are just different mixes, nothing too special. And these, I wanted to do a series called The Mixtape Messiah Jr. I did a couple of songs, but I just was experimenting. So this is what that one was just experimenting. So now it's time for me to get onto to projects that really got me heard, that really got me out there, that's really doing a lot for me even better now on SoundCloud. You know, just not in the streets, even on the internet. And these projects I hold dear to my heart, even certain ones, and we will get to them. So, first one, I did a little short film to it, not the best. It's called Psycho 2016. This was the soundtrack for it that I did. Right there. Psycho 2016, man. Oh boy, I don't know where to go with it. Like, when I did that one, I was very cautious. I was very second guessing myself on it, because I didn't know if people would like it. I didn't know how people would take to it, and I guess people wanted music. People wanted new music, and I guess nobody's really been doing anything. And I decided to start putting out, and I put that out, and I got good feedback. It's like, hey man, you gonna make any more copies of that Psycho 2016? Like, no, that was like really good. And this was recorded like last year, 2016, late of last year, almost like in the middle of that. So from there, I did Straight Outta Columbia, right? So this dropped the following month because I was recording music. Like, this is what I do, guys. Like, when I say I record music, I record music. I'm not in the singles market. There's nothing in it. There are people made just to do singles, and there are people made to do projects. For me, I was born into doing projects, like I said, born into music. Like, just do the music, love the music, man. You gotta love what you do, and never try to outdo yourself. That's one of the lessons that I learned, because you start putting too much on yourself. And when you do the music, put it out, man, and let it speak for itself. Let it do what it do, and just move on to the next thing where everyone's going to be checking out the project you just put out. And after that, after Straight Outta Columbia, you know, people just wanted more. So from there, my name started to get more out, and I put out C Townskeeper 7, and it people loved it. That one also went like that, because it was kind of almost a pickup of Straight Outta Columbia, kind of like in a movie format. When people listen to the music now that I drop, it's like, man, it's like listening to a movie. You know, like you can vision it inside your mind, right? So another one that I did is dedicated to several people, man, and it's called War Angel. And it's really more of a spiritual balance, you know, really opening up about certain things. And I love War Angel, man. It's really underestimated, but it started to pick up at the last minute by the time I was about ready to drop the re-recorded project of Stand By Me. Stand By Me, for this project that I did, in particular for this new recording, I sampled a lot of the 60s music and some of the really early 90s music. And I just want, some of it was like from your 90s rap, but when it came to the 60s stuff, man, people underestimated me what I could really do, and I could really actually sing. Like, if you listen to the stuff from like the 60s, you'll see what I'm talking about. And one of my favorite songs is, of course, Stand By Me, and I redid that song. I flipped it, but I sung the song, you know. I just really love it, man. And from there, you know, this was like this was on let me see, August, September. October, November, December. Okay. Seatown's Keeper 8, 1991. Also released in December. All 2016 projects. Right? Uh, 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 and all 2016 projects. From there, started to get out. I felt really good. This is when I really started to grow confidence in myself. At first, I was really unconfident in myself with music for a while. And now, with just having the freedom of my own space, my own equipment, doing the music the way I want to do it and how I hear it, how I want it done and how I see it, this is why I feel like I'm the best in Columbia. I'm feeding the streets with the music. As you guys seen with the earlier stuff we went through with this pile, with my history of how I used to do stuff on cassette, even with these projects from 2016, and now we're about to get in 2017. So, January of this year, from early February, I did Bad mixtape album. Took a lot of the Michael Jackson beats, hip hop wise, somewhat, and really sung on them with rapping as well, and telling my stories from some bullshit that I went through with the fuck ass ex-girlfriend of mine. Fucking bitch. And I did, and believe it or not, no, what it was, I was locked up for a full month in January, got out February, the bitch set me up, I had to defend myself, but I get locked up. I was pissed, and I recorded this project within a week's time, then released it the following week. And I didn't think people would check this out, really. But it blew up. People really liked it. And from there, from the other following month, I dropped 2 projects, which, like a couple of months ago, which was, what is this one? Sorry to the Jordan. Yeah. See, February, March, May, June. Shit, I can't remember. See, I released 2 projects on the same month, so I actually recorded this. See, Serrate to the Joy 90s Child was recorded late 2016, actually, but released this year, which was a couple of months ago. Then we had the R.I.P. mixtape right there. Serrate to the Joy 90s Child was a spiritual album, just like Reborn, and then Stand By Me was soulfelt. R.I.P. mixtape, man. You got guys already. Anybody that has a copy of that already know. And this in particular project, let me tell you guys, man. It did 1,000 plays twice. First time I released it, SoundCloud of last year. Another 1,000 plays of this year, and then boomed out on hand copies this year. That's almost 3 times diamond. Okay, in actuality, that is diamond. And plus, especially the second time around with streaming, 3,000 plays total. Okay, not because we're also counting the first time as well. From there was another project that was released with a friend I helped out. My lady friend, Miss Pooh. And I've been helping her out getting these made up for her since I got the connect for it, and I know what to do with that. And also, just really helping her out with that, man. I don't want to get too much into it. That's me and her's business, but I will be getting more made up for her soon next month on the 1st, and we'll be mailing those out to her on the 14th. From there, from here, I released straight out of Colombia the colored version. Plus, anybody that got this, like this was released like last month or so, actually, I believe. I can't remember. No. See, what's today's month? January, right? March. Early of March through now. It's almost a month, maybe almost 2 months gone by now. Going on almost 2 months, I guess. So, there's that. And I also released the edited cover version right there that's half black and white and half in color. And difference is, like I said, the other release, as you guys seen, was black and white. And I'm going to explain the difference so you guys know. Where is it? Give me a minute. Right there. So here's the original one. Black and white. There's the disc and everything, right? This one, there's several differences. There's a colored version of the front cover, different back cover, somewhat of the same track listings, but not really, because there was a lot more songs I did for the project for the SoundCloud version that didn't make it on to the CD. So there's also different track listings as well. And ever since I dropped this and I did the video that I did for Instagram for my IG, where I'm saying I'm the best in Colombia, right? And I'm gonna brace on that a little bit more so people can understand why I said that. Is because, as you guys see now, from how I explained it to with me being in the dance group, how I first introduced to recording, how I recorded stuff on cassette, to how I began out trying to record from just a $20 microphone, $120 keyboard, a old ass Dell computer. Anybody that's seen the videos from my plaques that I usually show, because I am proud of those, man. Like, to me, that's a representative of me and a mirror of me from where I began to where I am now, to the CDs from the earlier projects that I showed you from 2010 till now. Like the earlier stuff, like the stuff we just went through, like right here, it shows us how much that I've been trying to push myself, and me just doing music and me just being really underestimated. And I still feel like I'm the underdog. I still don't feel like I got the props that I need, the recognition that I deserve yet, or still feel like I'm on top, because I still like to feel like I'm hungry for it. I like to feel like I'm still the underdog, and I still don't feel like I've won, even though I know I've been winning in different ways, and I could give a shit less if I make any money off these, because mainly when I release these, man, I boom them out for free. And it's not about money. It's not about how much fame you can get. It's not about if you have a single or not, man. And you guys should know by now, I'm not in the singles market, how I've been talking. And because of me just putting in the, especially now with the projects like I just showed you guys that really got me really, really heard with these ones, right? Is why I claim myself the best, because I can put out music every month. I can always put out some, and I've been doing that. And that's what helped me realize with this one that, look, man, I'm the best, man, in Colombia. You will never see anybody doing it on this level that I have been doing it on. You will never see anybody doing that on that kind of level. Even the OGs before me they were doing it, but they weren't doing it on that level. And I want to bring back that feeling of wanting to bring back good music, of where you just have artists, just booming out music, because you had different artists in that time before me doing music, putting out hard copies. It may not be all the time, but I feel like I'm bringing that era back into that what's been missing. I love the good feeling of a hand hard copy CD. And now with me exploring even more, when you guys will get a chance to hear this, whether it's on hard copy or on SoundCloud of next month, man, you guys will get to hear Dangerous. In August, you guys are getting 2 unheard projects that never seen the light of day, going by under a released title that I'm bringing back called King of MCs. The King of MCs, me. That's how I really feel. And I bought that for so much, and the shit that I've been through in my entire life, I felt like I've earned that title. I fought for that title. And I still will. Especially if my new series, Underground Prince, coming up soon next month, I'll get right back into work. Because you guys have to understand something, man. I got 2 flash drives full of music. I got flash drives full of music, man, that I record, that I've been putting out. Anybody that's been following me knows, that has been keeping up, saying like, hey, he's putting out more stuff, this and that. And that's why I name myself the best. Because I earned that. And I'm still fighting to have that, to keep that. I remember growing up rap battling. I remember trying to bust freestyles for people, man. But I moved beyond that. But I will never forget where I came from and how I started out. And why I think I'm the best. This is my journey in music, man. It may not be pretty all the time. Or any of those times. But I'm an artist. And that's what I do. I'm an artist. I don't know any other way to explain it besides me being an artist. I only know how to be an artist. I learned the business of it, the bad sides, the dark sides, the cracks of it. I learned how to have to work the equipment myself, be my own engineer, editor, because nobody will do it for you, and nobody's really down to help you, man. If you're trying to get into music, my advice for anybody listening, first and foremost, learn the business. Learn how to work the equipment. Take the time out and learn how to do it before you go into it, man. Record some songs, record some freestyles first to get you out there a little bit, to try to help you out. Don't rush into a project. And that's the problem with a lot of these people now that's trying to do music. I gotta do an album right away. No. That's the worst mistake ever that you can do. That will fuck up everything for you, man. And that's real. Do a couple of songs, put them out, do an EP, do a mixtape, then an album. But take your time, but learn everything as you're going through your journey in music. Find out who you are spiritually, and then through music as well. But have that balance, man. And because of that, with everything, I hope you guys have a better vision now of me as an artist and why I claim myself in the best of Columbia. And Dangerous will be dropping probably on the 1st of Saturday or on the 3rd of Monday of next month, man. Then, in August, I will release the project on SoundCloud. And also, the King of MCs 2 set project, never first released songs, will be released on hard copy in August as well. So, the King of MCs, the Sea Town's Keeper, Cheddar Terry, DJ Jazzy, you know who it is, the best in Columbia, man. I hope you guys appreciated this. Of my journey in music, me sharing things with you, and I'm out.